And this is a recent rumor, and we've been hearing rumblings for a long time about the Wyatt Sicks eventually coming back. They were moved to SmackDown. They disappeared after the loss to Cross and Final Testament. Word was this guy, Uncle Howdy, got injured. And then as part of it, it's like, if they can't have the whole group together, they don't want to use them all. But he's supposed to be healthy. Bo Dallas is supposed to be coming back. And then Alexa Bliss, there was even the talk about her, Braun Strowman back in the day when Bray Wyatt was still around, and they were talking about this Wyatt Sicks thing. And now the rumors are that they're gonna blend Alexa Bliss and the Wyatt Sicks together into a storyline, which also again has been rumored, but to be the leader of the Wyatt Sicks, which I would hope means they're going to be a heel turn. I think that's where we got to go with the Wyatt Sicks. Andrew, you covered this a bit for Ringside and with your video content about how the Wyatt Sicks has been used, good or bad. What are your thoughts? Because this would be a little bit groundbreaking. We got a hint of sort of a woman leading a mostly male team with Rhea Ripley, and Judgment Day. She was never the official leader, but she kind of felt like that at times. This would be official woman leading a mostly male team, which would be fun. What are your thoughts? Is Alexa being the leader of the Wyatt Sicks a good idea for the Wyatt Sicks? And how do you think, what's the best way to make the most out of this so that the Wyatt Sicks can really be impactful?
So I think this is absolutely a horrific idea. But if WWE can do the right thing, you have to keep in mind, you are taking a group of mid-card talent that has not sustained long-term singles success, and you're trying to bridge the gap between Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss. So I will say this. I do not like this idea. I hope they don't do this idea. But if they go, if they're insistent, okay, they're really insistent, we're all just going to go along with the ride here, I will give them 1 month. 1 month of goodwill. Wow. Because if it's a situation in which they are bringing in Alexa Bliss as the new leader and they are going to push her strongly and elevate her, then I'm all for it. But if this starts to turn into a mid-card act, which it's likely going to, then I'm out. But I'm going to give them 1 month. I'm going to give them a little bit of faith.
Jose, what are your thoughts? Is this a move and making Alexa Bliss the leader of the Wyatt Sicks something that appeals to you? Or do you agree with Andrew, this is probably a bad move that's setting them up for doom?
So I'm actually really torn on this one because I'm of the belief, like a lot of people, that the best iteration of Alexa was the goddess Alexa. I think that's when she was really hitting it, and she was just fantastic. And that type of a female character, I don't think has been done as well, with the exception of maybe Liv Morgan, since her. But on the other hand, Alexa was really interesting with Bray. I think there was a lot there that was done really well, and a lot of it was due to her. Alexa's one of the best promos they have in the company. She has this ability to just kind of deliver the content that she's given and connect with it. So if there's any hope for this to succeed, it rests on her shoulders. If it was somebody lesser, I'd be a lot more worried. But with it being Alexa and her already having kind of connections to the storyline, I think it's more than fair to what Andrew said about giving it a month to see where it goes, because that's going to be a very important month. They really need to knock this out of the park right from the start. Kind of like what they did when they originally introduced the Wyatt Sicks, and then you should kind of tape it off. They didn't really know where to go with, but I have enough faith in Alexa's ability and what she's shown in the past with this darker content, which she reportedly is a big fan of sticking with, that I'm willing to see where it goes, if nothing else.
Yeah, I think they made a very tough position for themselves, put themselves in a tough position and box themselves in by making them babyface, bad guy, supernatural team. Like, it's one thing to do that, but if you haven't set the groundwork that you make that transition, it's tough. And I think something like this was perfect to be attack people out of nowhere, and you can go after all the good guys, so you can develop heat and all the, you're gonna attack out of nowhere the Miz, and they limit themselves so much. So if they do this, I'm open to the idea. They have to make them heels. They have to. Alexa's far better at that than she is a good guy. And, it'll set up far more interesting. Like they go after a Damian Priest, and they go after a Cody Rhodes, and they go after Roman Reigns or whoever's there, these top, and they have to make them strong. Sort of like they did back in the day with Nexus. They're kind of doing, what's that, Dark State on NXT right now. Like just mad dogs that get sick, they're sick on people. And that's what Alexa Bliss, you cross Alexa Bliss, she's going to sick the dogs on you and you're in trouble. Like there has to be that fear element. Like you don't want to mess with them. And if the good guys need all the help they can get, deal with them. But this is it. If this doesn't work, it's over. Like we're done with, squeezing everything out of the Wyatt name. It is what it is. Both Dallas, the best effort. They gave it a shot. It just didn't happen. It's not meant to be, but